Hello, TikTokers and tautologists. My name is TV's Guy, and let's do a moderately low-effort video today, shall we? Because Riot has released the Riot X Arcane website, which is a website that got, it was the name Riot X Arcane, that got data mined in some assets leading up to the promotional releases for Arcane before it's rolling out. And there's basically this big cross-media website, just advertising all of the different things that they're doing with Arcane, like all of the stuff that they're rolling out. We've got Caitlyn, the Piltover Sheriff, getting her update, which we'll talk about in time. Ranked rewards, blah, blah, teamfight tactics, Valorant. And Valorant, by the way, apparently also going to be a part of this Arcane event, but we haven't really seen exactly what that means. There's this new agent coming to Valorant, Chamber, who he looks a little Arcane crossover-y. I don't know if they're doing anything with that. But like Wild Rift, blah, blah. It's just like, oh, here's all of the things we make, and Arcane is going to be part of all of them. League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics, Legends of Runeterra. We've been teased that there's going to be some Legends of Runeterra cards. I think a Jace card is coming to Legends of Runeterra as a hero card, I think they teased, as well as presumably skins for Jinx, Vi, and Caitlyn. And of course, Riot Forge is also hanging out in the logo mark up here, which is interesting because, like, it's been quiet on the Riot Forge front. My sense is that the Ruined King game is sort of being, it was delayed first by COVID, and now it's been delayed by Arcane, in the sense that they don't want to roll out the Ruined King game in the middle of their hype cycle for Arcane, so presumably that's being pushed. But I'm curious what else Riot Forge is going to do that has to do with Arcane, which is where some of the rumors come in about Project L, which is the game that they teased during the 10th anniversary, which was this sort of top-down brawler-type adventure action game where you saw Blitzcrank running around punching people a little bit. Yeah, that game, there's been rumors that we're gonna get some information about that game soon, and the Riot Forge logo up here seems to indicate, at least to me, that it's not impossible that we might get to see some gameplay footage from that. And given that Blitzcrank was in the trailer for that or the teaser way back in the day, maybe that's connected to Arcane as well. Maybe that's some Piltover Song themed something or other. Anyway, the main thing I wanted to do is click the Explore Now button, because ostensibly that makes a thing happen. Innovation, a force so powerful, so unfathomable, it could reshape the universe. Did Elon Musk write this? It could reshape all universes. Oh, now that's an interesting thing to say. It lies between worlds like unlit kindling, waiting for a single spark to ignite it. It's waiting for you. All worlds. Well, that's an... Okay. So this is a visual novel that Riot made that's sort of supposed to give you an opportunity to explore Piltover a little bit and sort of hype you up for Arcane. But that's an interesting phrase they chose there. It could reshape all universes, because something Riot has been teasing really hard, like for a long time they've sort of implied, is that all of their games, all of their skins, all of their IPs, like everything they do, everything they make, exists in a sort of informal multiverse. Right? Which is why in Valorant, for example, you have like like references to League of Legends are there, but it's not like League of Legends characters like in Valorant. It's just like, oh, this little things bleed over here and there from one direction to another, which is why like certain iconography and stuff sort of recurs. It's a typical sort of mass media franchise conceit kind of thing. But now I'm curious if that little bit they're supposed to tease that they're going to make that multiverse more explicit. Because I've been waiting for Riot to do that for a long time. It seems like they've been sort of gearing up for it, but anyway. One moment you're simply browsing the internet, and the next, a flash of light, blinding and brilliant. A moment stretching into the infinite, and then... Oh, hey, Caitlyn. You there? Hey. Who, me? Where am I? Oh my god, you're Caitlyn? Am I in an isekai? Sorry to say it in that. Okay, right. Yeah, so this is something I saw on Twitter. A lot of people had a fairly negative reaction to that line as a first line, because it's the Riot... It's the same voice that they used in the Sentinels of Light event. And by the way, Sentinels of Light Part 2 is coming. I'm working as hard as I can. Please be patient, it's coming. it's that sort of self-referential, sort of meme-y, a little bit Joss Whedon-y, jokey joke voice that they used, and people are sort of a little bit tired of it at this point. Anyway. Oh, me? Yes, you. You just appeared, out of thin air. You don't exactly look like a mage. You don't look like you're from around here at all, actually. Just like the others. Enforcer Caitlin Kiraman. Or Kiraman, I suppose? Assume you know something about an entire stadium showing up in the middle of Piltover. I don't know how I got here. I was just on the internet when... Building?
Who cares about a stupid building? I don't know how I got here.
Oh yes, it's finally my time. Transported to a magical world, people in peril, the quest is afoot.
And I think the reason... And I also have a slightly negative reaction to it right now, honestly. And I think part of the reason why is that the Sentinels of Light event really... Like, as I talked about in my first video about it, it really kind of struck a bad tone. It had huge tone problems, like, where you could basically play your character as an idiot meme lord. And, like, not taking anything seriously at all. And there was so much comic relief in the Sentinels of Light visual novel. Like, there was just so much fucking around and like, ha, Olaf is ugly and he wants to die, ha, Rengar speaks in third person. What? Like, there was so much of that it got really, really grating, and I think people are kind of tired. Certainly I'm a little tired of it. Anyway, I was just on the internet when... Internet? What in the world are you talking about? Is that some new hex tech device? Well, it doesn't... Wait. Okay, no, right, okay, yeah, so this is... For a second I got confused about the timelines, because what we're going to see in Arcane is Jace and Victor essentially inventing hex tech. Like, they discover hex tech. That seems to be the sort of the thing that's going to be one of the major inciting incidents of the story, is that Piltover acquires hex tech technology, and that seems to be part of what pushes Silco in the Undercity to go, okay, Piltover, once they have this power, we're not going to be able to do anything to stand against them. We need to act now, hence the whole drama of the show. But no, this is taking place in the present day of League of Legends. I was confused because you didn't have her hat, where hex tech has already sort of been developed and integrated into... Okay, it's not a new invention. Take a deep breath for me. There we go. So, you don't know how you got here? What a mess. Look at you. Or look you. Normally I'd take you in for questioning, but you're on to first mage, or whatever you are, to pop into Piltover. Clearly, something is going on. Starting with this stadium, I have to investigate, but it sounds like you have questions I don't have answer to, yet. You'd best go to Professor Heimerdinger. He's head of the council and a brilliant scientist. He'll be in his lab, so hurry, and stay out of trouble. Wait, hang on, is Heimerdinger a Yordle or not? Do you know if he's a Yordle? Is he using glamour? Okay. Oh, shit. Oh. Well, Web 2.0 is here, baby. Or Web 3.0, really. That's a very old... I reveal my age with that joke. Let's see, is that her actual character model, or are we looking at like a really clever live 2D implementation? Oh, no, it's just a low poly version of her character model. Right. Oh, this is cool. It's nice, we get to hang out in Piltover a little bit. Okay, so aesthetics. Let's talk aesthetics, because the aesthetics... hey, it's a flame chomper. The aesthetics here are really quite nice. So, this is not a... Well, let me be careful about how I choose my words, but this is not like a fully 3D environment that we're looking around. Like, we're looking around a fully 3D scene, but if you look at the assets in here, you can see it if you look at the plants over here. What we've got here is a hell of a lot of two-dimensional flat images and very low polygon 3D models. You can kind of see it if you look at Caitlin here, who's a 3D model, right? Like, if you pay attention to her, you can see she has kind of that little bit of that PS1 vibe, like a little bit of that very blocky polygon vibe, just with the added ability of not being as poorly textured and a lot of smoothing going on as well. But yeah, oh, this is quite impressive. But like, all the people are 2D, flat 2D things, I would imagine. The trees over there, let's see, do they change? Oh, no, that tree is a three-dimensional, but it's a low poly tree. Like, you can see there's very few polygons involved in making it. So, like, yeah, this is pretty impressive that they're running this in a browser. Like, presumably this is designed very much to be able to run on, like, any crappy computer, basically. Oh, hello there. That's quite well done. Love the aesthetics of this. So that would be the stadium over there that has suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Yeah, that's the World Stadium. So what it sounds like is that Riot is basically going to... They can't have an audience for Worlds Finals this year, which sucks, but they've decided to basically theme Worlds after Arcane. Like, they've sort of decided, like, this again, it's a really good sign for Arcane. Like, it's a really good sign for Arcane that Riot are so aggressively pushing it in... Like, in all of their other games, like with these crossover event things and event passes and God knows what else. And also that, like, they've themed worlds after it. They got Imagine Dragons to do, like, a music video for it. Like, they're really pushing hard. And now there's crossovers coming with PUBG, where some of the Arcane cast, Jinx, Vi, Caitlyn, and Jace, I believe, are coming to PUBG as playable characters or boss enemies. I don't know exactly what they're saying. And also, apparently, they're coming to Fortnite, of all things. Like, finally, I guess, Fortnite, Tencent managed to force that crossover to happen. I guess it was going to happen eventually. So, like, but that's also, like, a sign of confidence from Riot, that they are very, very confident that Arcane is going to be a big hit. And that they are confident that they have gold on their hands. Like, because if they put all the money into making the animated series, and it had turned out to be not very good, like, if it had turned out to be a little bit of a dud, like a thing of, like, then internally at Riot, there would have been people who'd been like... Yeah, I mean, we'll release it, but, like, people would have started sort of looking into mitigating the losses, and sort of like, maybe we don't promote it too hard, maybe we just put it out and don't put a lot of, like, put a few trailers out, and then we just kind of shut up about it and hope everyone forgets about it. Like, if they thought they had a dud, that's sort of the standard corporate thing to do, is to just, like, roll it out and then, like, basically pretend like it didn't happen. So the fact that they've gone to all this trouble, the fact that they're doing this much for it, it signals either that they've invested so much money into Arcane that it has to work, god damn it has to work, or else that they are actually very confident that they've got a banger on their hands, which is what it looks like to me from the trailers, which is why I'm excited for it. So anyway, let's click on you there. A mechanical marvel to light up the darkness. So in the music video, this is one of those little green bugs which we saw climbing out of Powder's throat, which was... That was a thing. And we've seen them flittering around these little green insects, various places, but I guess they're mechanical marbles, mechanical fireflies. Interesting. Cool. But yeah, anyway, I was talking about aesthetics at some point or another. So one thing that they're doing here is they're really working hard, like, when you have sort of a low polygon environment, and when you've populated a lot of the environment with relatively flat textures and like very low poly models, one way that you can increase the sense of depth in any image, and this is something that I learned for 2D art, is if you want an image to have more visual depth, like if you want a greater sense of 3D space, as one teacher put it, put shit in front of other shit. Like, basically just put things in front of each other. Like, don't just have... Like, if you're looking at this right here, right? Don't just have the building and, like, a bench. No, we have some grass here in the foreground. We have, like, a fire hydrant. We have, like, this plants over here. Like, just put stuff in front of other stuff. Like, the more stuff you can layer on top of each other, and if you use color and, like, line weight and things like that correctly to like, create a sense of depth in the scene, like, just by putting shit in front of other shit, you can get a lot of depth in a scene. And that's something that they're doing here, especially by, like, having this parallax scrolling. Like, if you pay attention to the buildings up here, right the way the hell up here, look at the little disconnected bridge up there. Look how that scrolls disconnected from the skybox. Like, the little city up top there scrolls around disconnected from the skybox. There's this parallax scrolling going on way the hell deep into the image, which again, even though these things up here, they're just two-dimensional, like, they're just a 2D illustration layered on top of a thing, you get this wonderful sense of depth. And that's also why, like, you've got the airship flying around, like the train that drove past up there at some point, I think. It's all just stuff that helps. Anyway, this crowd sure seems excited. What could they be waiting for? Better check back later. The site of Worlds 2021. Who will take home the trophy? Go to site another time. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Who's playing? It's EDG? Yeah, they took down Gen G, didn't they? Yeah, and Damn One. That should be a banger. Okay. Let's click on that. Well, this looks like the kind of place where you'd meet Jin. A notebook with a Talus hammer emblazoned on the cover. But nothing else in here right now? How do I leave? Click. Haha. Victors never miss. Victor misses all the time. Sharp eye. Head over to Prime Gaming to blah blah fuck off. I don't care. Anyway, map. So, Arts District, the lanes, Heimerdinger's lab, and then a bunch of other locations that I'll unlock later. Let's go say hello to Professor Heimerdinger. Right. What else is here? Ooh, stuff and things. So that's a Hextech beam thing experiment, I guess. Stuff and things. Oh, we should look at the graffiti back at the opening area, too. So that bridge there, I've seen that in the trailers for Arcane. There's gonna be a big confrontation between police and protesters on the bridge here. Hey, there's our boy!
This is far worse than I'd anticipated, dear boy.
I don't think the machine is wholly broken, but, well, that smell isn't exactly reassuring. It is like you always say, Professor, you can't build a prototype
without breaking a few dentures, yes, but the machine isn't what concerns me, per se. It's the appearance of this glowing structure.
Between this and that stadium in the Arts District, the implications certainly are concerning. We may have miscalculated.
No, Victor, I miscalculated. The device was meant to track arcane anomalies to prevent magic from wreaking havoc, but I'd conjecture it's done the opposite. I dare say that it may have even served as a conduit. Before you can interrupt the conversation, a creature comes toward you, wagging its whole body. It is looking expectantly at you. Perhaps we should hypothesize another time, Professor. We have a guest.
Victor Heimerdinger too? Holy crap, it is an easy guy.
This is way cooler than being back on Earth.
Hey, shut up. What on earth are you? Some kind of fuzzy elf? Actually, I want to ask him that. Like, are you... is he going to specifically tell me that he's a Yordle?
Earth, did you say? And you called me an elf, was it? Not familiar with local fauna, my word.
Professor.
So it's not just the structures, then, to manifest not just pieces of other worlds, but living people. Victor, a magic of this magnitude. Can't you just...
No. So let me guess.
In an attempt to mesh your magical disturbances, and you instead made your machine a channel for the unknowable forces? Classic.
Yeah, the self-awareness is like... I don't know. It's just not charming to me. It just isn't, really. Anyway. Can't you just send me home?
If it were that straightforward, it wouldn't be science, now would it? This is a rather delicate matter, you see. If you were brought here by the very magical method I'd intended to measure, then...
Oh no. Brought here by magic? This is a dream, a delusion, possibly food poisoning. Oh no. No good explanation ever started with, oh no. You're not exactly reassuring me here.
Magic Quest! Magic Quest!
No, not Magic Quest. Go home.
Alas, reassurance I cannot give, for the reality is that you are in grave danger.
We probably should not jump to any conclusions, Professor.
Yes, you're quite right, Victor. We are men of science, are we not? I hypothesize the subject will help us gather data. If I'm right, I guess you resonate with the machine there. It should still be capable of taking basic readings, despite its earlier failings. Come here for a moment, would you?
As you approach, both Heimerdinger's machine and the mysterious structure begin to glow. After a moment, you realize that you are glowing alongside them. That's probably good. Sir, your machine, the structure.
Are linked, so it would seem, and so is a new friend here as well.
The poor professor. Distressed poro noises. I wouldn't know how to make those. Judging by the smoke, I would say our machine has been scorched from the inside out. I've never seen anything like this. Explosions of magical light. Great. Like, again, this the Whedonism. Like, it's the Joss Whedonism of it all. Was that supposed to happen?
If your proximity triggered a reaction, my hypothesis was correct, though I wish it were otherwise.
Indeed. It seems you, my friend, are composed purely of magical energy on a fundamental level. The implications are astounding and terrifying. Magic of this nature is often unstable.
Unstable. Magic is downright volatile. Oh, my dear child, your life is indeed in imminent danger. No person is meant to channel magic of this magnitude.
Well, I am a summoner, so it's probably fine. Sir, perhaps Jace may be able to assist us. His research.
We shall see if it comes to that. For now, I must meet with the council. There isn't a moment to lose.
Sir, what about your Poro?
Ah, poor Professor. I cannot go after it, not with so much at stake.
Sir, what if our guest were to look for your Poro? I cannot comb the entire city myself, and they seem capable.
And it would allow you to keep an eye on our otherworldly stowaway as well. Clever as always, Victor, my boy. All right, then. You can assist Victor in finding my Poro while I try to devise a way to send you home. Now, if you'll excuse me, I try to prevent the further fracturing of space and time.
Of course, Professor.
Wait a moment. A final word, if you please.
Heimerdinger scrutinizes you, your presence clearly upsetting the astute scientist. He seems to come to a conclusion and nods, resigned.
I know it's no fault of yours that you're here, but this magic... In my centuries of life, I've never seen power like this before. Even naturally occurring magic can lay waste to whole civilizations, but this could threaten entire worlds. I hope you'll assist me in stopping it should the need arise.
Yeah, I knew this was a quest. Chosen destiny. Here I come.
I'll help. Magic is cool and all, but I'd rather not die for it. Heimerdinger merely nods and leaves to inform the council, leaving you in Victor's capable care. Again, some really impressive low poly work here, honestly. Like the shadows, for example, on Victor here. You see the shadow that he's got like under his hair and on his neck. That's just baked into the texture. Like it's not... Like, they're not actually rendering any kind of light diffusion. They just baked all the shadows onto the texture. And it's a little awkward, like, when he's turning his head around, like, changing the angle at which which should change the angle of the shadows. But, like, for the most part, it works really well. Nice. Okay, let's go the other way. Anything here? Ooh, books. A dense log of notes. You don't understand any of it. Oh, let me try. I'm smarter than I look. This would be Heimerdinger's office. Love the detail in here. I hope we get to go to Son. Dinger donger. Anything else? Ooh, there's something. A machine designed to measure magical anomalies. Quite indeed. And then a bunch of people on the bridge, and then nothing else to examine. Okay. Hello! I don't believe we were formally introduced. My name is Victor. I've been assisting Professor Heimerdinger with his research. You probably won't get much out of him while he's working, but I know he'll be grateful if you bring his Poro home safely.
Let me tell you a thing or two about Poros. Did you know a group of them is called a fluffed?
Like, that's... Why are you giving me the option to be so fucking insufferable? Like, just... That's just a dickhead thing to... That's just a dickhead way to approach it. He lives here! He lives in this universe. You're gonna come here like,
I'm a gamer. I know more about your world than you do.
like, come on. Anyway, I don't know what it is, but it was pretty freaking cute. Indeed. We do make quite the mess, though. At any rate, Poros are terribly social creatures, so try looking where there are lots of people. I'd wager the poor thing is terrified. Plus, Poros have a voracious appetite, so why not find something for it to eat while you're at it? You want to help? Or something? No? Nope, not yet. Okay. Find a Poro snack. Well, it's only one place we haven't been. Ooh. The Last Drop. That's the bar where Imagine Dragons played that music video. Are they going to be hanging out in here? Like, just going to see Imagine Dragons? No. Gauntlets, worn and rusted, but I bet they could still pack a Is that Vi's gauntlets? So this is set in the present day of League of Legends, right? So the gauntlets back there genuinely might be the gauntlets that we see Vi using in the show, and then she'll get an upgraded version later when she joins the Wardens. Always tip your servers, folks. What do we have here? Music soothes the soul. Isn't that what they say? Playlist? Is this a Spotify playlist? Congratulations, you found the gift of music, specifically 2 secret handcrafted playlists that you can save directly to your Spotify account. Yeah, no, I'm good. How do I go back? Oh, it's a new tab. There we go. I don't use Spotify, so this is useless to me. I really, like, it's really annoying that, like, I don't mind Spotify, but I really genuinely do wish that companies would just sell me the goddamn MP3 files directly, please. So, lots of Jinx-style graffiti here. Or, I guess, Zon style, really. Yeah, nice. So, Zon, Piltover itself. Actually, we can get into that right now. So, if we go to Arts District, right? This is up in Piltover. We can see the sky. There's like lots of blue, lots of natural light, sunlight especially, and we've got lots of natural tones, natural colors, right? So we've got greens, we've got browns, we've got reds, we've got lots of earth tones, lots of sort of fairly mute pastels, things like that. Like it's a sort of very chill place, really. Oh, what's this? What meticulous handwriting? Is that Caitlin's journal? Cool.
Oh, it's you again. From my investigation, it appears none of you are responsible for all this. Was the professor able to assist you?
You talked to Caitlin about the circumstances of your arrival, the magic and the machine, and most importantly, the missing Poro.
Miss Poro? How awful. I wish I could help you look for it, but I've still got my hands full with this lot. More people like you just keep appearing. Don't look so put out, though. The Poro can't have gone too far. You should try looking around a bit.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's here somewhere. There's like lots of people over there, right? Is that still just to the website? Yeah, another time. Love this music, though. Okay, there it is. But we need the Poro snack, presumably to get it to come with us. But yeah, like I talked about, like Piltover, earth tones, lots of reds, lots of browns, lots of yellows, like lots of sort of fairly muted colors, not a lot of super highly saturated colors. Then we get to Zon, and first of all, not a lot of sky down here. Like it's all purple because presumably toxic haze and shit. But then also neon, highly saturated, very bright, like very sort of sharp colors. A hell of a lot of it. We've got pinks, we've got greens, we've got like purples. We got like lots of colors that don't feel natural because they're too hyper-saturated and they're too bright, like lots of yellows. Like it's just sort of very sort of sheer and casts these dark shadows all over the entire environment that gives the place the correct dank feel. And that's something that I'm going to be commenting on a lot when it comes to oh, there's the sky. There it is. You can see it a little bit now. Which I'm going to be commenting on a lot when we are actually watching the show, because like this is something they've been really good at. There are deep gouges in the stone. What could have done this? That's a good question. That looks a little Warwicky to me, frankly. Oh, look, toxic pools on the ground. That's great. What do you have here? Shoot as many targets as you can for as long as you can. Tap a target to shoot at it. Time targets on your time. If you miss a shot, you miss time. Yell. Okay. Presumably this is going to get faster. I didn't miss. Shut up. Does this do anything? Or is it just for fun? I didn't miss. Piss off. I did miss, obviously. Okay, Does that do anything, or is it just a minigame? I'm looking for a Poro stack. I thought maybe I'd get it for completing that. Poro snack, Poro snack, Poro. Are you selling them? No. Poro snack. Is it in here somewhere, hiding? You ain't got one, do you? No. Okay. The snack for the Poro. Oh, what's this? Did it just move? You probably shouldn't touch it. Is that sack? Oh, look at that little guy! Little yordle guy! Glamour, Riot, glamour. You have to clarify the glamour. I mostly, like, so the whole Yordles thing and glamour is something that, like, Riot really seems like they don't want to talk about. Like, they just kind of don't want to, like, they've been very quiet about it and they don't want to talk about it. They're just elected to essentially ignore it, which is funny. A bowl of food. So why is it moving? That's the fishmonger, the literal fishmonger we saw in one of the trailers with the kids eating at his stall and then presumably dying and dashing. Looks like he isn't open yet. Okay. Poro snack! Got the Poro snack. Time to go to the Poro. Hello. The Poro ate the snack in 3 whole bites. Time to bring the Poro back to the lab. Heimerdinger will no doubt be pleased.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
My word, you found the dear Professor. Well, despite the circumstances for your arrival, you have my sincere gratitude. It's only fitting that I do all I can to help you get home, which leads me to a bit of a conundrum.
Is this the part where you told me I died and got transported to this world where I'm inexplicably the strongest person that has ever lived?
We get it. It's an easy. You were making an isekai joke. We get it. We got it, Joss Whedon. Sorry. Like, whoever wrote this, I'm not mad at you. It's just like, it's just a thing that this just does. I'm just not. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. So we're picking other dialogue options. Could we maybe try to avoid any conundrums here? I'm confused enough as it is.
Apologies. I realize this may not be your forte, but I will attempt to clarify. You'll see, I'm afraid that's the conundrum lies with my device. As you saw, it's rather out of commission at the moment. I think I can get it back into working order, but that may take some time.
Do not worry. If anyone can figure out how to send you home, it is the professor.
Well, about that. You see, when our friend here first appeared, that surge of magic seems to have shorted out my power grid. We must get the power back if we are to gain any ground in getting you back to this place you call the Earth. Actually, you may be able to help me once more. Victor, you and I will have to calibrate the device while our new friend here reroutes the Hextech energy.
Sure, heck, it almost feels like a minigame.
Fuck off. Again, I'm sorry. It's just. Oh, it chafes against me. It chafes against my soul. If it'll help me get home, I suppose I'll have to. That's the spirit. Hey, it's a pipe connection game. Hey, classic. Are we on a timer here, or? Because it's not exactly complicated, that one. Presumably the next one will be a little tougher. Man, this is a classic. So... Wait, where am I trying to get it? Oh, right there. Like so. And then it needs to go over here, which means... that. Man, I've played tons of these. They used to be all over video games back in the day.
Oh, well done. Were you perhaps a scientist back in your world? If not, perhaps a career for you to consider once you return home,
No, I don't think science needs me messing around.
Now, we must get back to work. I suppose you can be trusted to wander about. Why don't you see the sights while you're here?
Speak with Caitlin. Okay. Can I replay the minigame? Oh, yeah, there it is. I'm good. Talk with Victor first, though. No? Doesn't want to talk to me. Okay. Anything new here otherwise? Nope. Okay.
Finally, I thought they'd never move. The stadium seems harmless, so I can't really justify giving it a look over. Not with more people appearing at this rate. Do me a favor and take a look for me, would you?
Enter. Yeah, it's the LOL esports site.
Well, what is it?
People are running around, casting spells, wielding swords, engaging in a test of skill and spirit, and
No, they're not. They're playing League of Legends. You dum-dum. It's the League of Legends World Finals.
League of Legends. Let me guess, this is something from your world. What an odd place it must be. A sporting event, then? Well, in that case, is there a side you're rooting for? Back in your world, I mean.
I'm rooting for Damwon.
Well, best of luck to them. It does sound interesting, but I should probably get back to work. Got to set an example. These people may be from another world, but my job is still to keep them safe.
Available missions complete. Check out the About page to... Wait, what? Really? I guess they're just releasing more stuff. So, Riot X Arcane is our way of saying thank you to the players, blah blah blah, earn some loot, blah blah blah. Log into your Riot account, navigate about, blah blah blah. Throughout November. Oh, okay, so we're going to be doing this for a while then. Okay. Yada yada yada. Earn missions, rewards, blah blah blah. LOL awards. Okay, well that's nice. Ward skin, champion card, summoner. I want the champion card. I definitely do want that. Let's see. So, an arcane capsule to start. And a little legends egg and a summoner icon and the champion card. I want it. I want it. Build-A-Boy Bat. Build-A-Bot Bay. Summoner's Park. And a ward skin. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Blah, blah, system requirements, blah, blah, blah. It's really slow. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess that's all it is. Well, neato. That's quite nice. That's pretty cool. I kind of wish it wasn't a thing of like you have to log in every day, like or like it wasn't a recurring thing where you have to log in over and over again. I kind of wish you could just do it and get it over with. But I guess they really want the engagement from getting those recurring logins. It feels like such a mobile game tactic to do, like get your daily login bonus kind of thing. Oh, well, it's quite impressive. Like, this is pretty cool, which means the other locations here presumably will be unlocking as we go. Let's see if we can figure out what they are. So we got the big orb over there. So would that be Piltover University specifically? Because that seems weird, because Heimerdinger's lab is here. Maybe he has a different thing. Then we have a volcano island. Okay, there's a volcano island in Piltover, apparently. Okay. Then we have this. This looks kind of Camille-ish. This looks like, why is there a manticore? Is that the zoo? Is that the zoo that we see Jinx blowing up? Oh, that would be cool. That just looks like buildings, some sort of industrial something. And that's a big factory. Okay, can't really tell anything about any of that. Alright, well, I guess that's that then. So yeah, anyway, to reiterate, the Sentinels of Light video part 2 is coming. I'm working on it. It's gonna get out as soon as I can. And yeah, like I am very excited for Arcane. Like Riot has a lot of confidence in it, or at the very least they've put a lot of eggs into this basket, so it really needs to work. And I'm excited to see what they come up with. I'm excited to see what they do for the finals. Like they're gonna premiere some stuff. There's gonna be an Arcane-themed opening ceremony thing. And I'm kind of hoping that we get some information about Project L as well while we're at it. But yeah, cool little website, right? I guess I'll come back to that later. And let me know in the comments, by the way, if you want to watch me play the rest of the thing. Like, if when it uploads, you want me to do a video and put it on and talk a little bit more about stuff. Because we can do that if you want me to. But I am going to go and grab the Imagine Dragons music video and do a thing with it, I think. So if you've enjoyed hanging out in the Riot X Arcane website with me, you can hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons down below, and that's helpful to me because of algorithm things. You know, make number go up? Good, happy, wee! I have a Patreon, a merchandise store, and a tip jar. You can use any of them, and that helps me pay my rent and stuff. It helps me, just kind of get by. So that's very helpful if you want to do that, and if you don't want to do that, you absolutely do not have to. It's completely okay. Thank you for watching. Remember to wear a mask, wash your hands, take such vaccines as are necessary. And, oh, by the way, get your flu shot. Go and get your flu shot. Like, the flu shot, hopefully it's free where you live. Like, I really hope so, because, but just, first of all, because having the flu sucks, but also having the flu in the middle of a pandemic super sucks, and if you have the flu, and you give the flu to someone who has COVID, that's gonna suck really, really hard for that, that's genuinely very, very dangerous. Or if you get the flu and then you also get COVID on top of that. It's bad. It's a bad time. You don't want it. So go get your flu shot if you can, if it's available. I've gotten mine and that's good. Anyway, bye.